Everybody. So episode 7 of WandaVision dropped, and boy, let's talk about this episode. So first off, this episode is obviously episode 7. It's a parody of Modern Family and The Office. If you love The Office, you're gonna love the intro. Exactly rip off from The Office theme song, which is totally great. I love The Office. It's one of my favorite TV shows, and it's pretty awesome. Now, with this episode, we get the fallout of episode 6, where Wanda actually expands the hex into a further radius, and we get to see that the sword agents that got sucked into it are now clown people, and that douche that we got in earlier episodes talking to Darcy is one of those strongmans, which is pretty hilarious. And also Vision and Darcy finally come face to face, and Vision's like, hey, don't you remember me from last night when we locked eyes? Vision was like, I'm out of here, man. How come you don't remember me? And Darcy's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know you. Leave me alone. He's like, I know you want to go out with me, but I'm good, thanks. It was pretty funny. It was pretty hilarious. But eventually Vision was able to get her out of the mind control state, and he wanted questions, she had answers. But every time they tried to get closer to Wanda to give her an idea on what the heck is going on, it just flat out didn't work. There was always something. Construction crew always showed up, or kids walking in the middle of the street. But Vision knew something was up, so he just ended up just dipping up anyways. But before he left, he was getting a backstory on who he was, and Darcy was telling him what his life was before. So he was coded Jarvis. Ultron made a body for him, and he was like confused about his, like, so I was an AI, and then I was made a body for Ultron, which that didn't work out, and he was trying to commit global genocide, and then he died twice. And he was like, why would Wanda kill me? And Darcy's like, well, you told her to. And it was pretty hilarious. Their dialogue was pretty funny, going back and forth. And also, and Wanda is at home. She's taking a quarantine day for herself because what she did was pretty messed up in the last episode. And things are just changing randomly out of nowhere. She's not doing it. It's just going from 1950s and back and modern and 60s. And you can see the one pointing thing out was the milk cartridge. The milk cartridge kept on changing through generations, or different eras of the TV series, and it was pretty confusing. And you can see there was a missing child poster on the milk cartridge, which was also referenced in set photos of Spider-Man 3, which is pretty cool to see the connective tissue there. But we still don't know anything about Spider-Man 3. Also, the twins, I should say, are having problems with their powers, or especially Billy, I would say, because he's hearing too much noise, and Agatha was kind enough to take the kids out of Wanda's hands while she relaxed. And Monica Rambeau was obviously trying to get into the hex, and they built some big mega cart thing. Obviously didn't end up working, so she ended up going through by herself like she did the first time, and she got her powers. She finally has her powers. She can see the radiation and the magic throwing through the town. And as she was going through the hex, she was hearing voices throughout her life. I think there was Nick Fury, Captain Marvel was there as well, her mom, especially because she looked up to her mom. And she went to go confront Wanda, saying, hey Wanda, you need to snap out of it. It's not us that's doing it. Hayward is trying to control this. He's going to burn this place to the ground. Reminds me of a song, Burn It to the Ground. But Wanda's not having none of that shit. She just like threw her, and she's like, I don't want to hurt you, and blah blah blah. And then Agnes, obviously watching from the further distance, being like, hey, you need to leave. You overstayed your welcome. Get out. And then we kind of knew something was wrong, because when Agatha was just watching Wanda through the window, something was up. Us comic book fans, we know what was going to happen eventually. But for those who don't know who Agatha Harkness is, she's a witch, basically, working for different types of demonic characters like Mephisto and Nightmare once in a while. So it was pretty cool to see her just finally come out of the hiding as the main bad guy of the WandaVision show. She Wanda was at her house, and she's been noticing that the food was half eaten with a couple of potato chips, and the TV was on, and she asked, "Where are the boys?" "Oh, in the basement," Agatha said. She goes look in the basement, and let me tell you, that was some creepy ass shit that I was seeing there, but it was so well written, so well acted. It was phenomenal, man. If Elizabeth Olsen doesn't win friggin' Oscar for this or an Emmy for this crap, I'll be pretty disappointed. But man, it got me like I was scared. Like I was scared to see like a demon or a Mephisto thing just show up out of nowhere. But before Wanda was going to the basement, she noticed a lot of things were weird about the sandwiches, and she saw a huge ass mosquito or fly on the window, which was a reference to Mephisto when he first appeared in the comics. His first appearance, his first look was a fly, but that was a huge, humongous ass fly. That was something you see in your nightmares, but that's a clear indication that Mephisto was there. He's watching everything, and Agatha is just pulling on the strings. As Wanda investigates the bottom of the basement, Agatha Harkness just is like, "Nice to meet you there." And then she's like, "You think you're the only sorcerer with powers in this place, bro?" And then she just reveals to that catchy theme song. It was Agnes all along. And boy, it was some catchy songs, but man, I was pretty messed up with what Agatha did. She's like, "I even killed the dog." I'm like, holy crap, that was so messed up. But it was so great. I can't wait for episode 8. So that means there's only 2 more episodes left, and I think we're gonna get more of the Marvel spectacle that we all know and love. But man, and also there was a post-credit scene because we didn't understand what happened to Pietro Quicksilver, because obviously that's not the real MCU Quicksilver. But there was a post-credit scene with Monica Rambeau just investigating what's going on with with Agatha and Wanda, and Pietro shows up, and he's like, "Snooper's gonna snoop," and then it just ends right there. And we only saw Monica Rambeau's reaction to this, but nothing else. But it was pretty cool, pretty well written, pretty well acted. I love the Modern Family / The Office. I wish they should have done more Office than Modern Family, but that's just my opinion. I love this episode. I can't wait for episode 8 next week. It's going to be a long 7 days. But yeah, let me know down in the comments down below what you think of episode 7 of WandaVision. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.